Hey everyone, welcome back to Sfdc Panther. So in this video we are going to talk about how we can enable lightning knowledge in Salesforce and how we can create and how we can use that knowledge inside our Salesforce case object. So basically knowledge are used for resolving a case in a very fast manner. Knowledge can also help our support representatives to resolve the cases and save their time. Knowledge can also be used for our customers as well, where customer can visit our site, they can go to the FAQ section, and there we can provide the knowledge articles and they can find out if there is any problem they are having. We already have that knowledge. They can find out, follow the steps, and they can resolve their issues. If there are any other issue that they are having, they can connect with our support representatives and they can discuss what their issue is, and our support representatives can help them. So that is what we are going to talk about here, how to enable lightning knowledge. So we are not talking about Salesforce classic knowledge. So if you already have Salesforce classic knowledge, you first need to find out, you first need to use go through with the article that Salesforce provide to migrate from classic knowledge to lightning knowledge. Don't go ahead straight and enable the lightning knowledge for your classic knowledge if you already have. If you don't have, you just need to log in into your Salesforce environment. From the gear icon, just select on service setup, because in the service setup we will get all the options that are related to the service cloud. So we are going to select knowledge setup here. If you don't see knowledge setup from this recommended steps, what we can do is you can just click on this hyperlink, that is view all. After clicking on that, it is going to pop up here and you can quickly search for knowledge and you will get knowledge setup, and then select that. Once you will select, it will start a wizard where we need to provide some information like which user we wanted to provide as a author permission for lightning knowledge. If you have more than one, I have only one, that's what I'm select. It is selected by default for me. If you wanted to, if you have more, you can select more users as well. There is no foundation. It completely depends on what license or how many license that you have inside Salesforce. So I'm getting this error. Why I'm getting this error? Because I already have enabled this lightning knowledge inside my Salesforce environment. I already have few of the records created for lightning knowledge as well. So in the second step, what you will see the same screen. This will be enabled. This input will also be enabled. You will also see that this button will also be enabled. So what data category group is and what are the data categories? So basically data categories are used to classify your knowledge. We can also say that to categorize your knowledge articles. So for example, if we say that we have some product support, we wanted to create some knowledge which are related to the product support. We can say here for the data category, we can say that product, and for the data category group, we can select the product, we can provide the value as product, and for data category group, or we can for data category we can provide like Mac, or we are providing some information about generators, we are providing information about uh, PCs. So whatever the product that you are selling to your customer, you can provide as data category, so that you can categorize your knowledge articles that are there into the system. So at this time of setup, you will only be able to create one data category group and multiple data categories. Later on, if you wanted to add more, like if you wanted to add some categories related to the sales, where you are going to categorize your knowledge article based on the what kind of product you are selling instead of providing the support, you can also provide the data categories for that as well, from where I will walk you through. So after enabling your knowledge, you will get a brand new object, that is knowledge. So if you go to the object manager and from the quick search box you'll type or try to find out knowledge here, you will see, and the API name for this is underscore underscore KAV, that is knowledge article version. So you just need to click on this object. Under this object, inside fields and section of fields and relationship, you will get there are two already created custom fields. One is for answer, which is rich text area, and one is question as well, which is also a rich text area. So you no need to create any fields, as this is enough for us for the testing purpose. If you have any other requirement for creating the fields, you can also go ahead and feel free to create those fields. So now let's talk about the data category group. you wanted to add more data categories, how we can add them. So from the quick search box, just type data categories. So you will see that under the data categories we have got data category setup. Just click on that. It is going to open a new interface for you, and in this interface you will see what all data categories you already have, and you can also create new. So suppose that I wanted to create a data categories for all sales. Click on save. So this is a group that we just created for the first step that we saw, and then under that group we have multiple categories, like I'm going to say I'm selling PCs, I'm also selling some generators, I'm also selling some fitness kit. So these are the three categories that I'm selling under myself. And after that you have provided your categories, make sure that you are saving. If you don't save, you will lose whatever you have provided the information. So just click on save button. Now after clicking on save, you need to activate this data category. Unless you don't activate, you will not be able to get that under the active data category group. So to activate, what you need to do is just hover over the data category and click on active. But there is a limit on active data category group. You can have only 3 active data categories group, and under those active data category you can have 10 groups. So that is why you can see here it is grayed out. We are not able to click on that. So if you wanted to use some, so let me deactivate this. I deactivated. You can see now I have got 2 under deactivated and 2 under activated. So I can click on this now on sales. As soon as I'll click on this middle icon, and my all sales data category group is under active data categories. So that is how you can add your data categories. Now after you have that object inside your Salesforce environment, next step is to create the articles. So even if you wanted to have some kind of like in the classic we have article types. What we used to do is we create different article types, like FAQ. For the product we can create product, and based on the business need we might have different. But in case of classic we don't have that concept of article types. We need to rely on the record type under knowledge articles, because this is a brand new object for us. So we can create the record types, and those record types we already have one that is saying that FAQ. If you wanted to create more, you can create based on your requirement as well. So this is just for the information. Now let's quickly talk about create some information or create some knowledge article record. So we just need to find out the knowledge from the app launcher. Click on that object, it will take us to the object detail page, object list view page, and we are here in the service console application, where you can see that I already have 4 knowledge articles which are published. I have 3 to 4 articles which are under draft status. You can see that I have 3. You can also create, as soon as you click on new here, you will see that you have got title. You might wanted to provide a title like help related to help related to PC. Okay, URL is going to automatically be populated. You wanted to change, you can change as per your need as well. Then you can see that we have got these 2 brand new fields that we just talked about. So in the question you can say, I'm just going to put this is what I have. I'm not going to put anything extra here. So I have got this help related to PC, that's it. In the answer section I'm also going to put that the same thing. I'm going to say help related to PC. Under that you can see here that we have got 3 different checkboxes. So what is the role of all 3 checkboxes? So it is saying that visible to customer. So whenever we check this checkbox, this article will be available to the customer whenever we are putting some knowledge article component on our community, inside our communities. Visible to the partner, this is similar. If you wanted to display our knowledge articles, we wanted to share our knowledge articles with our partners whenever we are using partner communities. And this is visible in public knowledge base. That means even if the customer is not logged in, partner is not logged in, we have a public site, public community where we are trying to display our knowledge articles like FAQ. We can display those by checking this checkbox. Just click on save. After clicking on save, we will be get redirected into the detail page. That is obvious behavior of Salesforce here. So now you can see here on the right hand side we have got categories. So here we can assign the categories to the all articles. So suppose that I wanted to assign the categories for all sales. So that's what, even you can click on this drop down and you can select which particular category you wanted to associate. So this is related to the PC, I can select PC only, click on save. Now we have got one category for this, and after that we have got this button that is publish. We can publish immediately, and it will ask either we wanted to publish immediately or we wanted to publish based on some scheduled time zone. So we are going to publish it now. So now we have published, the version number is here already, we can edit as draft, then we can publish the new version as well. And here we have got like and dislike button. So this is quick how quickly you can enable and create the knowledge articles for you. Now if you go to the published article, you will see I have got 5. Now how these are useful for our representatives. So if we create a new case here, let's quickly switch to the case object here. So I wanted to create a new case. So here this is a case which is a blank, there is no subject. Okay, so before we go ahead, let me quickly show you one more thing. So after enabling knowledge here, what you need to do is you need to go to the knowledge setting. So even we can find here, okay, type for knowledge here, go to knowledge setting. In the knowledge setting you will find different settings, but we are going to especially talk about one setting which is disabled by default. So make sure you enable it before you try to use your articles for the case record. So even these are also disabled by default. If you wanted to enable, you can enable. Even this is for the classic only, we don't need to worry about that. So this setting will be disabled by default for you. So you need to check this checkbox. Why we are checking this checkbox? So that our sales representative can see the knowledge articles suggested by Salesforce based on these two fields that we have selected, either the subject or case, or we can also say that the description as well. So if we have got the description field, if that is available for us, we can select that as well. If not, then we don't have, so we no need to worry about that. So based on the case subject and case reason, we wanted to suggest few articles to our sales representatives. So this is the setting that you need to enable before you try to use your knowledge article before into the case object. So we already have, so I'm not going to change it anything. Now let's create a new case here. So we already have this case. So there is an option for cloning. I am just cloning this case. If you see here, there is no description, there is no subject. The description is very simple, that is saying that simple description, nothing. I'm just going to hit save button. After saving, you can see here I have got this knowledge article. You will also see the knowledge article after enabling this. You no need to worry about that. If you don't get, you can go ahead and edit your record page, add that knowledge article component here, and you are good. So if you see that as of now suggested articles are nothing. Okay, now if I edit this page again, this case, okay, let me edit this time. I will make the change in the subject field of case. So I'm going to say that data category, that is what I'm going to quickly say, data category help. Just click on save. As soon as click on save, you will see that I have got 5 articles here. Few articles related to the data category, few articles related to the help. So these are the 5 articles that Salesforce is suggesting to me. So if I am acting as a sales representative, to resolve this case, I can take a look any of these 5 articles. I can click here, it will navigate me to the detail page, and you can see whatever the value that we have provided as answer here, we can see those values. And if this is a valid, suppose that this is a valid article for me, I wanted to attach that for this case, this is the solution. This article helps the customer to resolve their issues. You can click on this drop down and you will see that an option saying that attached article. Click on that and this article is going to attach related to the case as a related object. So this is it for this video, how quickly you can enable and how it is effective to use knowledge articles whenever you are trying to provide support for your any product to your customer. If you have any questions, please feel free to put down into the comment section, and please do like, share and subscribe the channel. I will see you into the next lecture.